Today we're going to try Coca-Cola Starlight, which supposedly is flavored like space. I got the zero sugar and the regular one to try both and see what they taste like. There's been some rumors about what they're supposed to be online. I'm not sure yet. According to Coca-Cola, the company's explanation is that it has notes reminiscent of stargazing around a campfire, as well as a cooling sensation that evokes a feeling of a cold journey to space, whatever that's supposed to mean. So we're gonna pop these and try and work out what's going on. Okay, we're gonna start with the regular one first. That's the baseline. We'll do the zero afterwards. And I'm gonna pour it into a glass because it's supposed to be not the normal Coca-Cola color. So let me pour some out and show you exactly what we're dealing with here. Also, I should say it only came in these mini cans or in like 20-ounce individual bottles. So I got the mini cans. I bought these at Walmart. It was the only way I could really get them shipped to me was on walmart.com. So that's where I got them. Here's our glass. It's a Coca-Cola glass. I don't know if the color is picking up quite as it should, but it's red. It's not black, it's red. And it smells weird. So let's give this a taste. Before I taste it, let me show you this. It's the box it came in. It's a 10-pack of small cans. Each can is 7.5 fluid ounces, not the normal 12. And they were $4.57 for the 10-pack, so about $9 to get both of these to try. All right, let's take a sip. My water heater's decided to stop making noise, so here we go. This is kind of a weird one. I had to write some notes down because I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna say about this, because since we don't know what it is, I'm kind of like going off of my own taste buds plus theories online. The first thing I noticed is that it's very creamy. It's got more of a cream soda kind of thing. It actually reminded me a bit of cherry vanilla Coke, which I really like. Some people don't like, but it's got more of a cream factor and it's less carbonated. I was looking at the ingredients, comparing it to a regular Coke. The only difference on this is that there's fruit and vegetable juice 4 color. Specifically says, well, I can't see that with this camera, but specifically says 4 color in the ingredients, so you can't really take that as a factor. Otherwise, they're all the same. Coke is a very simple product in terms of the ingredient list. Obviously, it's not in terms of the formula, but the ingredients they show, they keep it simple. It's just carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, and caffeine. Natural flavors is obviously where you're going to get the flavor. I don't know what the flavor is exactly. I've been trying to think of it. It's not like other red sodas, like a Big Red. It's not bubblegummy like that. Like I said, it's more creamy. And I was looking it up, and I think the overwhelming majority of people would say that s'mores is probably the flavor they're going for. I think I would agree that s'mores is the flavor, and that campfire clue in their press release is probably what they're trying to hint at with the, taste of a campfire. It's weird because it doesn't quite hit me when I drink it. It's more of an aftertaste. It was a couple seconds later, I got a hint of like, oh, it's like toasted graham crackers. Like there's something about this that does have a campfire taste, which is very interesting. I don't know if I love it though. It's okay. I mean, the problem with me is that it's less carbonated, which I think a lot of the reason I go for Coke, besides the taste, is that I like the carbonation, I like the fizziness, and when I get a soda drink that's not as carbonated, I'm usually disappointed, and this one's not quite as carbonated, which I don't know why they made that choice exactly. I will say I do appreciate the idea of this. I like their new logo, Coca-Cola Creations. So presumably there's going to be more Coca-Cola Creations in the future with different flavors that they don't specifically say, and everybody's got to figure it out. I always like those kind of things. I like it as a novelty, but I don't think anybody's going to want to drink too many of these. Getting a 10-pack of little mini cans is probably not the best idea. If you can find it in the 20-ounce bottles to try, that's probably the better way to go. But I think as a drink itself, it's middle of the road. I'll give it a 3, I guess, if we're going to review it, because it's okay. It does have some of that signature Coke flavor, but the lack of carbonation and the kind of hard to nail down flavor makes it not really recommended. I mean, if you like Coke, you might like it, but you might also not, because Coke is a very specific flavor and this is not that. Of course, we also have the zero sugar version to try, and I'm more curious about seeing how it compares to the regular one in terms of flavor. Maybe this will have even more hints of what the flavor is supposed to be because it's differently made. The ingredients here are slightly different, but not much different. Sodium citrate, acetylflame, potassium, those are the additions. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same, but 0 calories. So let's see how this compares and if it gives us any more clues as to what Starlight and what space is supposed to taste like. Once again, we have a red color. I'm not sure that's going to pick up. This one seems like it might be a little bit darker. I don't know, but that could just be me. Again, I don't think the camera will pick it up, but if it does, maybe it is. Maybe it's just slightly bit darker. Let's give it a sip. Okay, interesting in one sense, not interesting in the other. Interesting in the sense that it tastes almost identical. There's, anybody can tell the difference between a Coke Zero and a Diet Coke and a Coke. Anybody can tell the difference between those three. You might not know which one's which if you don't drink soda, but you can tell that they're different flavors or different formulations, whatever. It's instant. This tastes practically identical. I'm not sure I could point out the difference, and I could not. I was drinking them back next to each other, back and forth. I could not even point out the difference, except for there's a bit of a texture difference. Now, if you ever drank Coke Zero, the new formula that's come out like 6 months ago or a year ago, the new formula of Coke Zero that they tried to make, which is slightly less carbonated but more closer to the Coke taste, it has that same kind of texture where it's fizzy. I don't know if I'm explaining this too well, but when you drink it, there's a bit of a fizzy kind of effect that can happen in your mouth that doesn't happen with regular Coke, and that happens with this, which makes it kind of more pleasant. I honestly think the Zero version might be better in that respect, but you might as well just get the Zero anyway if you're going to try it, because they taste the same. They taste exactly the same as far as I can tell, and you're not getting all that sugar and calories. So with that said, I'll give the Zero version a 3 as well, because I do think there's a better texture there when you're drinking it, better mouth feel, if you want to say that. But I don't think it's significantly better. But I do think if you're going to try it, you might as well get the Zero version. And I do think s'mores is probably accurate. It's interesting, there is a weird amount of aftertaste. There's almost like a mentholy, like a mint effect. I can still feel it like in my mouth when I breathe in. It's almost like menthol. You can feel a little bit of the, you can feel a little bit of coolness. I can still feel the coolness in my mouth, even though it's been a few minutes since I drank any. So interesting effect on that front. Starlight. Coca-Cola. I like the experiment. I don't know if I particularly like the flavor, but it's okay, and it's definitely worth trying if you're, a fan, or if you like soda and you drink Coke, or just for fun. So I would suggest picking up the 20-ounce bottles if you can find them, not the cans, because you're probably not going to want more than one, but still worth a shot, and I'll see you next time.